Welcome back, guys. We are in Chapter 10, Creating 3D Objects, in our textbook, Adobe Illustrator Creative Cloud Revealed by Chris Botello. I'm going to be working with you on exercise or in document 10-1, and we're going to be extruding objects. These are some pretty cool features that Illustrator offers. Just be wary of using them too often because it can increase your file size significantly. So we have 10-1 open. I've saved it as Extrude Objects. We're going to go to View on the menu bar and click blue square, which I have already done. It's down at the bottom of View. And then we are going to get the Selection tool. I'm going to bring my toolbox over here where I can get it more easily. And we're going to select the blue square. We're going to go to View on the menu bar again. And then we're going to click Hide Edges. Which I don't see that in this option. So either I'm looking right over it and not seeing it. Oh, here it is right here. Command H. All right. Then we're going to go to Effect on the menu bar. We are going to point to, and why is it always right where I want to read it? Go to Effect on the menu bar, point to 3D, and then click Extrude and Bevel. So go to Effect, 3D, and Extrude and Bevel. This brings up a dialog box, and we are going to position it so we can see the blue square as well as see the box. And then as you can see in figure 21, or mine on the screen in just a moment, that blue square is extruded 50 points on the Z-axis. And you'll want to click the preview to make sure that you can see that. And I'll just move it over for a moment so you can see that as well. Then we're going to click the Extrude Depth arrow and drag the slider to 96 points. Or if you have difficulty accessing 96 points, just highlight that and type in 96 and hit the tab. And then click OK. As shown in figure 22, somewhere here, the Appearance panel lists the 3D Extrude and Bevel effect applied to the object. So let's bring up the Appearance panel if you don't have that yet. We're going to go to Window and up to Appearance, and that's going to bring up your Appearance panel, and you'll see that the 3D Extrude and Bevel is indeed in that panel as shown as being applied to the object. Now the reason that you want to go to the Appearance panel, we're going to apply another change to this Extrude and Bevel option, but the reason that you want to click on the Appearance panel and bring up the Appearance panel, find the Extrude and Bevel that's already been applied to your object is because if you don't go there and click on this to bring up the existing options, it will try to apply a secondary Extrude and Bevel option to you. And really that's way too, again, makes your file size way too big, not an appropriate or effective use of the Extrude and Bevel option. So we are going to click on the Hollow Cap button, Camp. The object's front and back capping faces become transparent. So I'm going to hopefully move this so you can see it. Oh, it's not going to let me. All right, sorry. And then we're going to click OK. And then you're going to compare your work to figure 23 or mine on the screen. Now mine just automatically did the little triangle thing going on here. If I wanted it to look exactly like that, we would have to change the option as well, it looks like. So we would have to go back into Appearance, click on Extrude and Bevel, as you can see, you can just click and drag this if you're a little bit more coordinated than I am, and I'm going to preview it so you can see how it's affecting this box. Now I could of course do it the easy way, and that would be to go back and look at their box and see, or their dialog box, and see what options they had included, but this is much more fun. All right, so there you go. Now we're going to extrude and bevel, extrude and rotate an object. So we're going to go to Venue, View on the menu, that's Venue. Oh, combined, View and Menu combined. We're going to click Orange Star. I'm going to do a Command S first to save that appearance. We're going to hide the edges for this objects and all remaining lessons in this chapter. So we're going to go up here under View and Hide Edges. Which it's already done. Then we're going to click on the star, click Effect on the menu bar. We're going to point to 3D, and then we are going to click on the Extrude and Bevel. We're going to click the Preview checkbox, and then we're going to change the extrude depth value to 60 points. We're going to position our cursor over the top front edge of the rotation cube so that a rotate cursor appears. And you want to click, just as I've been doing, click and drag the rotation to rotate the cube, noting that the value and the specify rotation around the x-axis text is the only value that changes as you drag. Depends on which way you're clicking and dragging, of course. And then you want to experiment, as I've just done, with different rotations by dragging the rotation cube from all sides, and then note the changes to the orange star object on the page. Let's see if I can move this over at all. You're going to double click the specify rotation around the x-axis text box. And we are going to type in 149 and hit tab. You want to make sure that the negative sign was deleted that was there. And so look at our boxes. They should be 149 degrees. This should be 0. And this should be 103 degrees. Then click OK. And you want to compare your work to figure 26 or mine on the screen. Now we are going to extrude a compound path, so we want to go back up to View on the menu bar. We want to click on Target. Remember, we're going to do a Command or Control S so we can save this. We're going to select the circles. See, we want to select all of the circles, so I'm going to click and drag an imaginary rectangle or square around those circles. Then we're going to go to Object on the menu bar, and remember, you want to make sure that the edges are hidden. You want to go to Object on the menu bar, point to Compound Path, and then click Make. Click Effect on the menu bar. You're going to point to 3D, and then Extrude and Bevel. You want to click the Preview checkbox, nice, and then change the Extrude Depth value to 100 points. And then we're going to again experiment with different rotations by dragging the rotation cube from all sides. And then we're going to double click the Specify Rotation around the X-axis checkbox. Make sure the negative sign is also selected. I don't have a negative sign, but we're going to type in 28 and press Tab. We're going to type minus 26 in the around Y-axis. Press Tab. And then we're going to type 8 in the Specify Rotation around the Z. And press Tab. Click OK and compare your work to figure 27 or mine on the screen. Okay, and I will be back in just a moment to work out a couple of other, let's see, how much time have I got here? Yeah, I better save this out and I'll be back in a moment. See you in a few.